Fine, I'm not gonna bash Twilight. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and today I'm actually going to review a book. A wild concept for me, I know. And welcome to my spoiler-free review of Better Together by Christine Riccio, which I read an e-arc of from NetGalley. This is going to be a spoiler-free review because the book comes out June 1st, which is in the next couple days. Hopefully this video is up before that, or on that. Maybe it will be, you know, who knows. Better Together is the second novel by Christine Riccio, who is known as polandbananasbooks here on BookTube. She's one of the biggest booktubers, if not the biggest booktuber on YouTube still, and has been for many years, I would say. And this is her second novel. Much like her first novel, it is a contemporary romance comedy dramedy. I don't know if the other one is all of that. I have not read her... I do own Again But Better. I believe I own a signed Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. See? Much like I pre-ordered this book as a Barnes & Noble special edition, I pre-ordered the Better Together book. So I will re-review this once I read the finished version, hopefully. But I read the arc, mostly on here on the phone. So let's talk about that. In a non-spoilery fashion, let us discuss Better Together by Christine Riccio. So Better Together follows two sisters. Let's see if I can look up the summary, because I feel like I've just forgotten everything that the book is about. What's this book about again? Being better together. So it is about two sisters, Jamie and Siri, who were separated at a young age during their parents' divorce. It's spoilery to say how. It's pretty early on in the book, but it felt very surprising to me, so I'm not gonna say the exact circumstances regarding their separation and the divorce, because it's just like, wow, okay. And I definitely have concerns about that. But they both end up at this retreat, the summer retreat in Colorado. They're both grown-ups, for the record. They're 20 and 19, I believe. And they both end up at this summer retreat. They're very surprised to see each other, and they hatch a plan to sort of switch places. You know, like the Parent Trap, because it's like the Parent Trap. There's a couple of hijinks. You know, there's always hijinks. That's the book. I don't know if this is considered YA. It definitely is on the upper scale of YA because there's mentions of, like, you know, sex, and they say the F word multiple times, which I assume makes it more like NA. NA actually a thing. It takes place, I'm pretty sure, in the year, like, 2019. So there's no pandemic crap in it, which, I mean, I don't think we're gonna expect that from many contemporaries coming out about now anyway, and that'd be pretty surprising and pretty depressing, too. I don't know if I want to see that. I gave this book... How many stars did I give this? I don't remember, because I read it like a month ago. I gave this book a 3.5, and I upped it to a 4 on Goodreads because I'm nice. This book has a lot of, like, 2 stars, and I feel so bad about that. But I also... Oh, a lot of 1 stars. Let's see. Oh, I blocked that part out of my mind, yeah. One of the characters, one of the sisters... She won't cuss, but she uses the dumbest words to cuss with. Like excrement instead of shit. And I don't know why. It's definitely a quirky thing. This book is very quirky. It is wacky and zany, and all the characters are super quirky, just all the way through. Like, to the point of being kind of annoying. Oh, that person gave it 3 stars. 1 star, 1 star, 2 star, 1 star, 1 star. Ooh. That's rough. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This book, it is not great American literature. It will not be held up in a museum in 100 years for being the greatest book ever written. You know, it's not that. It's not like a great, thoughtful piece of literature. It's a fun contemporary. It is a fun, entertaining book. That is how I felt about it. Also, I was stoned during at least, like, most of reading it. If you're into wacky, zany kind of contemporary books, this is a fine book. It's fine, entertaining read. Is it the greatest read on earth? No. Do you have to kind of turn your brain off for it? Yeah. Yeah, you kind of do. There are definitely some certain things in it that make you go, what? What? Or at least made me feel that. Like, for one thing, Jamie is an aspiring stand-up comic in Los Angeles. The comedy crap for Jamie was one of the most grating things on the planet. Listen, I'm gonna say it. Jamie was not my favorite sister. I definitely preferred Siri so much more. Like, I did not like Jamie by the end of the book, and I still don't. I can see how she ended up the way she was, but it was just so frustrating. Siri is a stunning ballerina from New Jersey, nursing a career-changing injury. There's not much talk of ballet whatsoever, like, except for that she did ballet, and that her mother did ballet. That's it, that's all the ballet. Whereas the comedy aspect of Jamie's career comes up a lot, and honestly, I don't know much about how comedians work. I don't know much about, like, improv groups, so maybe it's all perfectly on point. I don't know. But it feels really stupid. As for their parents, I feel like we see a lot more of the mom than we do the dad, which kind of fits the characters just fine, probably. There was one really... Here's the most annoying thing in this book to me, and it is merely a kind of a mistake in terms of years. So here's something stupid that, it's not a spoiler. I guess it's a spoiler, but I don't actually care. I don't think anyone cares knowing that the parents are just super into Game of Thrones. They're super into a song of Fire and Ice and Fire. I don't remember which it is. Let me read the quote. Thrones was fairly new then. Popular, but non-readers didn't know about it. We were waiting for book 4 to come out. The play was a comedic parody version of the first 3 books that I had written myself. This is how the dad is telling the story of how he met the mother. Here's the thing. The 3rd book came out in the year 2000, but Jamie was born in 1999. Therefore, they could not have met while he was working on a play about the first 3 books. Was the series even that popular in the early 2000s, like when it was first coming out? I don't know. I was a child then. Here's the thing we all know about booktubers writing books. They are going to have an easier time getting those books published because they have a following that will buy those books. People who have followings can sell books really easily. And that's not to say that booktubers have an easier time querying and agenting and getting books sold, but I think it does help a little bit. A lot of those people are going to buy her book. I bought her book. I bought both books. I am getting the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition with the Siri cover, which I'm glad because I like Siri more. And I mean, how many subscribers does she have on YouTube? Again, I love her. I love her. And, she has 416,000 subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, a lot of those people are going to buy her book. Not everyone. I mean, not everyone probably bought the book. Like I said, I gave this a 3.5. I upped it to a 4. I don't know whether I should have or not, because it's kind of more of a 3-star. Like, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I want to clarify that. I want to make that clear that I enjoyed this book. I found it entertaining. I enjoyed reading it. I'm gonna read it again when I get the finished copy so I can re-review it. It's not a bad book. It's not bad. But if you go into it with a serious mindset and a more, intellectual look, you might not like it. It definitely reads like a wacky, zany little comedy movie. But, sometimes that's all you need. It's like with movies. You don't go into every movie hoping to, see the greatest movie of all time. Sometimes you just go to enjoy it and get a few laughs out of it, and that's how this book is. You can get some laughs out of it, and some emotional feels, maybe here and there, maybe, kind of depends on the person. I did, and I can definitely see why this book wouldn't jive with a lot of people, because it is kind of a book where you have to suspend some more disbelief than you would think in a contemporary, and it's not because of the hint of magic aspect, which I don't want to go into because it's spoilery, I guess, to discuss it, but I didn't like how it did it. I didn't like it. It was surprising how this went, how they went about the Parent Trap aspect, but I didn't necessarily care for the way it went either, overall. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It just feels like... As for the romances, there are 2 romances because we have 2 main characters, so there are 2 romances. Again, I liked Siri's more than I did Jamie's. Siri's is LGBT. Her romantic interest is a girl, and she's a girl. And then Jamie's is... I liked it while reading it, but also if I thought too hard about it, it kind of got weird. Kind of skeeved me out a little bit. I don't know, Jamie's entire everything is kind of what made me go. Did a person just walk by? Did I get a package delivery? Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up because I've been talking for 17 minutes and I intend to talk about this more in a spoilery review of the finished book, I think. That way I can hold it up and be like, I read it, I read the whole book, I read the finished version, I have a different feeling maybe. Because I feel like authors are like, oh yeah, it's so different, you know, there's so many changes. But I also remember so very clearly when Stephanie Meyer posted outtakes from Twilight and thinking, this is written just as neatly as the entire book. I mean, I guess these scenes are a bit frivolous, but it's the same quality. Fine, I'm not gonna bash Twilight. There's no reason to. Not like I didn't read it. And that's about all I have to say on Better Together by Christine Riccio, the e-arc that I read from NetGalley. So I liked it. Can I recommend it to everyone I know? Not necessarily. I feel like this is a book that some people are gonna like and some people really aren't. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Was it a bit silly? Yes. Did I expect anything else? No. It's written in the same tone that Christine tends to talk, which is very wacky and zany. Then I think you'll enjoy this book. I think you'll enjoy it if you enjoy that kind of thing. If you don't, you might not. If you are expecting great American literature that you can hold up as a great, example of great modern American literature, then no. No, this is not the book for you. It is not. No. Thank you so much for watching this video. I made a video about a book. Who knew I could still do that? Please feel free to tell me down below how you felt about Better Together, if you've read the arc, or if you've already read the finished copy because it's been, weeks and you just happened across this video. Feel free to tell me that too. I don't care. Go ahead, tell me. I don't... Books. Yay. I'm gonna go. Bye.